You're engaged, you're excited, and you're ready to build a life together. It's a really exciting time until you look into all the things that you have to do in order to get married in the church and you come across the different options for marriage prep, and it all feels a little disappointing. You might be wondering, is this really all there is? Maybe a few videos, a weekend retreat, or a couple conversations with your pastor? And you might be thinking to yourself, you're preparing for a lifelong sacrament, and this is starting to feel more like boxes I have to check. You're not alone. Hi, if we haven't met yet, my name is Laura Jean. I'm the founder of Let's Be Saints Co. and the creator of Dearly Beloved, a brand new Pre-Cana experience for Catholic couples who are wanting more. In this video, I'm going to show you why most marriage prep programs out there leave couples underformed, what makes this program radically different, and how you can actually prepare for your marriage, not just your wedding day. Because the truth is, if you get this right, it changes everything. So let's dive in. Let me paint you a little picture. When I was in grad school studying marriage and family theology, I came across this stat that really stopped me in my tracks. The stat said that 80% of divorced couples stated the reason for their separation as they didn't know what they were getting into. This blew my mind, and it really led me to believe that if couples truly knew what they were saying yes to, if they really understood what marriage was all about, all the beauty of it, the depth of it, and the great commitment that it is, two things would happen. Number one, they would fight so much harder for their marriages through every season. And number two, some of them would have the clarity and courage to walk away from the people they were currently dating because they knew that this type of commitment they couldn't make with this person. And it had me thinking that there are lots of resources given to marriages that are in trouble, and that is beautiful. Keep going if that's the work that you're in, so needed. But I also realized that it's not always about the first aid that we can give to marriages when they're in trouble. It's a lot about how ready they are to say yes. What can we do on the front end, the prevention side, and building up these marriages to be stronger than ever from day one, not after they've gone through a really hard time and they've worked so hard to get out of it. What if we could change the game in how we're preparing them? And I realized we don't need more fluff. We don't need to tell couples, oh, it's so great and blah, blah, blah. What we need is better preparation for those couples who are preparing to make the biggest commitment of their lives. And when I looked at what was out there for marriage preparation, I saw a really big problem. I saw a few problems. One of them being most diocesan marriage prep is inconsistent at best. Some have really, really great programs, have really great guidelines of what their marriage prep looks like, and that is awesome. But others are out here with little to no plan, no structure, and it leaves couples falling through the cracks. And even when there is structure, when that exists, the truth often gets softened, and the teachings of the church surrounding marriage gets watered down. Now, we're going to talk about this for a minute because I am very passionate about it. What happens when Jack and Jill, who are living their lives, want to get married? Well, Great Aunt Mary wants them to get married in the Catholic Church. And they're not unreasonable people, but they're not necessarily faithful. And so they go through all the steps. They go through this marriage prep that the church requires. Now, the people putting on this marriage prep don't want to alienate them. They don't want to judge them too much. They don't want to offend them and risk them walking away from this sacrament, this really good thing that they are seeking to receive. And so they water down the teachings of the church, not with any malicious intent, but just to be more open to Jack and Jill, who are coming in and not really understanding what this is all about. But then you have Nancy and Mark. Nancy and Mark are a devout Catholic couple who have followed all the rules thus far. They are really looking forward to joining marriage prep so that they can learn more about how to build a strong foundation for their marriage. And they go to this same class as Jack and Jill. while they're in marriage prep together, and the truth that's being watered down is not helping anyone. In fact, it's doing a disservice to everyone involved. Jack and Jill over here are left confused and not really understanding what the church is teaching because they're not really telling them what the church is teaching. And Nancy and Mark over here are left feeling really disappointed and feel like the church is letting them down in a moment where they really needed the church's formation and help in this. And I saw all of this not just as the big, blaring problem that it is, but as a personal invitation, as kind of my role in the world. And I didn't want to go off and work for a particular diocese, not that there's anything wrong with that. I wanted to build something outside of the system, not to rebel against the church in any way, but to serve it in a way that's nimble and faithful and able to be so fully free to tell the truth. Because here's the deal, being outside of a particular parish or diocese allows me to teach the fullness of the truth without watering it down, to serve couples regardless of geography, to create a consistent and high quality experience that isn't dependent on where you live or who your local marriage office happens to be. And it allows me to bring together couples who are all in search of the same thing, to build holy, lifelong, joyful marriages. This program isn't affiliated with a diocese, but it is 100% faithful to Catholic teaching. It is Pre-Cana, and it is everything that I wish couples could receive before they said I do. Here's how this program is different from all of the other programs out there. Number one, it is fully virtual, but deeply human. Whether you live across the street or across the country, you and your fiance can go through this program together, even if you're long distance. You'll get live teaching from someone who has studied these things deeply and lives it passionately. You'll also get implementation coaching, which helps you implement things that you're learning into your real life right away, and a community of like-minded Catholic couples who are walking this same road. You don't have to do this alone. Number two, it's beautiful because beauty transforms. This is no mid-90s stuffy textbook. We give you a stunning modern workbook, not because aesthetics matters the most, but because when something is beautiful, you pay attention. You lean in, you reflect, and you engage with it. And that's exactly what we want for your preparation. And number three, it's deep and doable. This isn't just theology for the sake of theology. You'll understand the why behind marriage, taking things from theology of the body, church teaching, scripture, and our anthropology, but you'll also be equipped with the how to communicate, how to navigate NFP and intimacy, how to work through conflict, and how to build a life together that reflects the sacrament that you're preparing to say yes to. This is the kind of preparation that gives your marriage the foundation it truly deserves. I created this because I believe in marriage. And I believe that couples today, possibly more than ever, deserve more than sugar-coated advice and one-day retreats. You deserve formation that honors your dignity, that speaks to your intellect and to your heart, that calls you forward into a love that's sacrificial and unconditional. This is Pre-Cana that actually prepares you for what's coming, not just for the wedding day, but for everything that comes after. If you're engaged right now, or you hope to be soon, and you want more than just a ring and a retreat, if you want to prepare not just to get married, but to stay married, if you want to understand what you're saying yes to and how to say it freely, faithfully, and forever, then this is for you. It's called Dearly Beloved, and it is the Pre-Cana that I wish every Catholic couple had. We've been told that marriage prep is a box to check. But what if it's actually the foundation that, if we lie correctly, can transform everything? Marriage isn't just a milestone, it is a vocation, a mission, and how you prepare for it matters. I want to invite you to visit the website at letsbesaintsco.com to learn more about Dearly Beloved and how you can join us inside. And if you're still watching this and want to subscribe for more videos on Catholic discernment, marriage, and all of that good stuff, please do. We'd love to have you. Your yes at the altar deserves the best formation possible, and your future marriage deserves the chance to thrive. I'm cheering for you.